Valentine's Day, that day of the year where you desperately try to think of everyone you've ever known and try to figure out which one of them will be willing to sleep with you. Unless you're a child, of course. And as a child, for some unexplained reason, you find yourself being given a piece of cardboard bearing the likeness of Optimus Prime, in my case, proclaiming that he loves you and to have a happy Valentine's Day. That often made me wonder why Optimus Prime, the military leader of an intergalactic army, is wishing me to find love and happiness on this day. It just seems so incongruous and so unlikely. So let's look up the meaning of Valentine's Day. We got old Wikipedia here, and according to Wikipedia, it is St. Valentine's Day, or the Feast of St. Valentine's Day, originated as a Western Christian feast day honoring one of two early saints named Valentinus. Valentine's Day is recognized as a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and romantic love, and so on. It doesn't tell me anything about why Optimus Prime is getting in on this. It goes on to say that the day was most likely based around the martyrdom of a Saint Valentine, who was put in jail for marrying soldiers of the Roman army who were not allowed to marry, and then he did some other stuff that the Romans didn't like, and he was killed. Which begs the question, maybe he didn't read that part of the Bible where Christ actually said to honor local laws and bylaws. But anyways, enough of that. That was my childhood. But now things are much cooler and hipper, and so the children will be enjoying these. These are dog tags, Valentine's Day dog tags, with a scratch-off message. Isn't that nice? And it would be such a surprise to see exactly what they say underneath the scratch-off bit and what that secret message is. But, oh, no, they already told us what it says right there. There's 4 different messages. Yeah, that's not so exciting. So let's open this up and have a look at this. This out here. That is literally all that is in that box. Just this little tiny bag. Yeah, don't worry, boys. The environment can take another one. Get one of these dog tags out. So before we scratch it and reveal the secret message, let's consider what we're looking at here. We are looking at a device that was originally used to identify dead soldiers because they are just masses of faceless drones that are sent forth to be cannon fodder and ground on the meat grinder of warfare. And somehow you're going to need to identify them because to hell if you know who they are by name. So we got one of those, and it's going to reveal to us a very lovely message celebrating the martyrdom of a Roman, well, I don't know if he was Roman, but a Christian in Roman times who was marrying people against the law. It says, "You are sweet. You are," spelled as the letters themselves. How did we end up here? Really, how did we end up here? Alright, let's see another one. So you are sweet, that is shown there. We got one of those. Oh, another "you are sweet." Oh, that's not very exciting. Another "you are sweet." Are these, I'm not picking these out in order, I'm just grabbing them randomly. I guess all of the lipstick ones all say the same thing in that "you are sweet." Okay, the purse says "you are stylin'." Yeah, that's on the box too. Let's get something other than a purse here. Okay, here's a cell phone. Looks like an early Nokia design. BFF, which stands for Best Friends Forever. Indeed. And let's see. More cell phone. What else do we got here? Looking for a pair of shoes. Now these are obviously aimed at little girls as their target demographic by having sexist ideals labeled on everyone. Diva! Does a child even know what that means? I don't know. Children are so different from when I was a kid these days that I don't even know what they're talking about. Anyways, there we go. The universal symbol for warfare and the cost of being a soldier has been co-opted into a Valentine's Day tradition. Marvelous. So we also have a trophy. Yes, nothing says I love you by giving you a measurement of that love in the form of a trophy. And this one in particular says, my number one love. Let's get her out. Yeah, my number one love. It's not excellent. This also indicates that there are more than one love. Instead of saying my only love or no other but you or any other variation on that phrase, it says number one. That is to suggest that there is somewhere another trophy that says my number two love, slightly smaller than this one, and a third one that is even smaller that says my number three love, and somewheres there are some nice gift certificates with an accompanying little plaque that says thank you for participating in my love. Yeah, isn't that lovely? This is a cheap plastic little trophy. You could probably put something else on there. This is just a sticker, which means it is not totally useless, which sets it aside from a lot of the Valentine's Day stuff. Perhaps I can put a new sticker on here and give it to someone that says, your feelings are adequate. Finally, since for most adults this is a day where you're attempting to copulate, or at least end in copulation, let's include a drinking game. Indeed, this is beer pong, the one game in the world that requires a single piece of equipment and nothing else that you wouldn't already have, because presumably you already are drinking alcohol. You have the cups that do not need to be colored or coordinated. All you need is the ping pong ball, and you only need one of those if you're not too picky about eating off the floor, which, let's face it, you're drunk. You're not. But here it is in a kit with all kinds of pieces for you to use, because why not? And it costs $3, as opposed to a whole thing of solo style cups, which also cost $3, but you get way more. But you don't get the ping pong balls. Yeah. So send those balls everywhere. Put them in the cups here. Let's look at the packaging and let's see if it has some important information. Let's see, starting the game? No. Gameplay? No. Rules of the game. Is there really anyone that does not know how to play beer pong? You fill the glasses with beer, you bounce the ball in the glass, and the other person has to drink that cup. It's meant to get you drunk in the least amount of time while pretending that you're not an alcoholic. Well, they also have it in French, Spanish. What happens if they are getting too many points, how to prevent blood alcohol poisoning, the 3 remaining cup rule. And no, nowhere's on this entire placard does it say that the ping pong balls, or even the cups for that matter, are made out of food grade plastic. This is just the same plastic, some PVA or PVC, that most ping pong balls are made out of, and is slowly poisoning you every time you put it in the beer. Excellent. Notice this rather goofy looking glass here at the top, and he is advising us to please drink responsibly. And we all know the most responsible way to drink is to do it in the form of a drinking game, where things may go awry, not according to plan, and you may consume much more alcohol than you need. Well, not that you need any, but you intend to consume. Whatever. If you can't remember your own name, you've had too much. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. This is perhaps one of the most useless of all useless products ever to be useless. But if enough liquor doesn't get things going on the end of your Valentine's Day, I don't know what else to tell you. Perhaps you should marry some people who are not allowed to get married and go to jail for it. That sounds like a very festive way to end your Valentine's Day.